Now, in this module, we'll be looking at how we can create effective behaviour change that will fit with your lifestyle and stick in the long term. Now, it's important to start by thinking about the reasons for making a change. Think about the long-term reasons for wanting to give our bodies the best fuel possible, such as the health problems associated with high sugar intake, and you might find that chocolate bars or a bag of sweets starts to look a little less tempting. The next step to effective behaviour change is having choices. Now, feeling like we've been forced to do something is unlikely to help our motivation, but when we're given a choice, it allows us to make a decision that we feel comfortable with. The next step is to explore the consequences of our choices. Now, each action we take will have a consequence of some sort. Now, many of us are driven by what feels good in the moment and disregard the future consequences of our actions until much later. Now, this step links back to the knowing the reasons behind making a choice. Knowing the consequences of making less healthy choices can help reinforce our reasoning for making a healthier choice. Think about which consequences and reasons are most important to you. Now, maybe you want to improve your health so you can play with children and grandchildren. Or perhaps you want to improve your performance at work, maintain a healthy brain, or reduce your risk of long-term health complications. Another important part of creating behaviour change is goal setting. Now, goals are useful for providing direction and helping us to visualise progress. They can help keep us motivated and push us to remain committed to changes. An effective goal has several elements, the first of which is an objective. Now, it might sound obvious, but a clear objective is key to an effective goal. If you have nothing to aim for, then it becomes all too easy to forget about your goal. An effective goal also needs a clear action plan. The action plan needs to include a process for how it will be achieved. It's a good idea to create a clear step-by-step action plan for achieving a goal. A good goal also needs to be measurable. Having a way of knowing that you're making progress can help to keep you working towards the objective. For example, if your objective is to eat more vegetables, then making this goal measurable by specifying that you want to eat 3 portions of vegetables each day, for example, helps you to know how close you are to achieving that goal. An effective goal also needs to be realistic, especially when starting out. Making the goal achievable makes it easier to get off to a good start, visualize your progress, and boost confidence. This can be done by breaking down large goals into smaller, more manageable goals. Finally, an effective goal needs to be one that you feel comfortable and driven to aim towards. Think back to those reasons and consequences that are important to you and create a goal you really want to achieve. The second part of this module is going to look at having a family approach to healthy eating. Family and health are 2 of the most meaningful parts of life for a lot of people, so why not get healthier together as a family? So let's start by setting a challenge for the whole family to get involved in healthy living. It can help to start by setting a time frame for the challenge. Perhaps try a month, as it makes for a good challenge and is enough time to allow changes to become new habits. For example, if takeaways have become a bit too regular, consider going a month without them. If you're planning on taking away something your family usually enjoys, the trick is to find something new that's enjoyable so there are no feelings of deprivation. Now, I'm sure you've heard the saying, out of sight, out of mind. Now, when it comes to healthy eating, this rings true. It's hard to resist tempting food when they're readily available or in plain sight. If the whole family can get into the habit of keeping treats to special occasions and not readily available in the house, it can help those who struggle the most with temptation. Eating together is just as important, if not more so, than cooking together. As much as possible, arrange to sit down to eat together as a family, away from screens and distractions. This supports the idea that food is important, enjoyable, and worth respecting and taking time to eat. And when it comes to food shopping, sometimes it's just one family member that writes the shopping list and does the shopping. We all like to have a say in what happens in our lives, and getting a say in the food that gets chosen is part of this. In some families, there may be pressure to pick unhealthy foods at first, but as you transition into healthier eating and preparing food together, it's likely that the healthier foods will begin to get more attractive with time. The main thing to remember is to make healthy changes enjoyable.